Now at feralaudio.com/shop. 3 new Feral Audio t-shirts are available for a limited time in over a dozen styles and colors. Men's, women's, tank tops, hoodies, stickers, and more, including an original design Monarch by Julia Hagelin seen on our historic Comic-Con 2016 Hall H panel. Check them out at feralaudio.com/shop.
Hey nerds, it's your old friend Steve Agee, host of the Steve Agee podcast here on Feral Audio. I'm back this week with a brand new episode and a guest, the very funny comedian Paul F. Tompkins. Perhaps you know him from Mr. Show. Maybe you know him from his great podcast, Spontanea Nation. Or maybe you just know him as the guy you've seen around town with a mustache and a suit. Either way, he's funny and you should listen. Okay, that's settled. Bye.
Hello, America, all the countries and all the ships at sea. It's Jeff Davis from Harmontown, here to interrupt our show to talk about naturebox.com. It's snacks, but healthy snacks, delicious, healthy snacks. They got all kinds of cool shit. They send you stuff to your house. You order as much as you want. You eat as much as you want. Go to naturebox.com/Harmontown. And because you're a Harmontown fan and don't know what to do with your life, you get 50% off your first order. That's naturebox.com/Harmontown. Snack it up, motherfuckers.
Feral Audio.
Yeah. From Hollywood, California. Again, here's some music by Geordie White. Pretty groovy. Harmontown is now in session. Spencer Crittenden, everybody. Spencer. And your mayor, Dan Harmon.
Thank you. Well, we've had a string of some pretty action-packed episodes. We've had a lot of crazy guests, and
We've had too much show for too many shows.
yeah. So let's slow it down tonight. Let's just relax and have a bad show because we're all tired and there's nobody coming. And I don't have anything to talk about. I came here directly from the Great Minds set, as did you, Spencer.
Yes,
we
we
worked.
did.
Today we shot with Gillian Jacobs from Community. She played Ada Lovelace, the mother of programming. Ada Lovelace, or is it Loveless?
Ada Lovelace.
Ada
Lovelace.
Do the British pronounce Lovelace Loveless?
I think they pronounce a lot of things a lot of ways. All I know is she's the mother of modern computing.
Yep, she wrote the first.
She wrote the very first lines of code.
The first algorithm. There were no computers yet. She wrote an algorithm. You go, girl. That's all I got. I still, some classic observations. I still wish they made a pill that could make your fingernails stop growing. I'm just never going to clip these things on schedule. What else is going on?
Do you have real?
Boy, that vice president's up to his old tricks. What? Yes, Jeff?
Do you have really long fingernails right now?
They're dirty, gross claws.
You should bite them.
I don't want to bite. I don't
Just bite them.
No. I've never been tempted to do that.
Do it.
No.
Do it right now.
No.
Do it in front of this office.
Bite them.
This is exactly how the Donner Party started. It was cold, and they were locked in a cabin, and they're like someone's like, God, I'm sorry.
You
should bite your nails, Gloria. Bite them. Now bite. Now keep biting. Now let us help. Oh, I'm Gloria Donner, the first person eaten at the Donner Party. You guys saw that Hannibal prequel where they, all right. Where they walk you through how, I've talked about that. The Donner Party thing reminded me of that because essentially part of Hannibal Lecter's origin is that he's like a little kid under the table at an ersatz Donner Party. That he's like under a table watching. That's his first experience in life, is that sometimes people eat people. Like they walk you through bit by bit, piece by piece, like how you could become Hannibal Lecter from being you. They remove all the fun out of the character. It's just like, hey, it could happen to you. You could be Hannibal Lecter. It doesn't. He's not Peter Parker. It's not. We weren't going to that for that.
He was bitten by a radioactive hungry person.
I could give you some iPad app recommendations. They're not funny ones though. I don't want to start any more beefs with any more Francos. I'm playing a game called Knights of Pen and Paper 2.
Oh, yeah.
Sequel to a great, if you like role-playing games and like turn-based combat.
It's that.
It's that, and it's a great sequel.
What classes are you running, Dan? For the people at home.
I have a lab rat wizard. Boy, don't. I have a goth girl. Like
that's not a class.
Swordy herder.
Right.
She's got a big sword. I think she's a.
Spencer, you play the game too, I imagine.
I've played it. Yeah.
What do you play? What are your characters?
Have a camera over there. Shrub's doing a thing.
Is there any camera that can even see that?
Jeff just closed the door on Shrub.
Sorry, you're gonna fill you in on a backstory. The show has a phantom zone, and our General Zods are sentenced there when they try to usurp the son of Krypton.
No, he's sulking. He's sulking.
All right, let's bring him out. Rob Schraub's here again. God damn it.
Hey, Rob.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, Jeffrey. How are you?
I'm fair to middling. What's take us through your day, Rob. What'd you have for breakfast?
What did I have for breakfast? I had
Are you a breakfast guy?
Not really. No.
No?
I have a.
How come every time someone dies, you text me that you love me? What does that mean? And am I supposed to say I love you too?
Was it Prince?
Well, I don't want to say it's personal. Actually, we lost a friend.
I'm giving you a through line for your biopic.
It's just a runner. Is that?
Yeah.
But is it? Am I supposed to? Is it after I die, or people go? Should go. He should have loved Schraub back.
No. It's like
was it Patton's wife or who?
Well, Jesus. Yes, there was a death close to the decks, and every time though I'm saying it doesn't matter. It's a famous person, it's a friend. It's every time I love you. You should take better care. Well, you don't say you should take better care of yourself.
I did once,
but you're like I'm really concerned. The subtext is that I'm doing something wrong by living.
No, that's not. No, that is not. No.
What is it? What is going on there?
I want you to know I love you.
At those moments. Moments. Robin Williams dies. I love you, Dan.
Yeah.
What? David Bowie. I love you, Dan.
Prince.
Wait. What do you think I'm gonna do?
I
have a platinum record?
I wish you would write better records first.
I just when in those moments when you lose something special, you start taking account
of.
You shouldn't be insulted by it or offended or hurt.
He wants
confused by it. I don't know how to respond.
I feel like the audience just awed and then laughed at themselves.
And they were right.
Fair enough.
No, we got this bit going on that we don't like each other, and I want you to know that it's not true.
Well,
But when someone special dies for you, Rob, you think of the people special close to you.
Yeah.
And you think of maybe the distance, the gulf between you and Dan.
There's a lot of.
And you wish that you were closer together.
Yeah, look at physically how I could not be further away.
You could scoot 2 stools closer.
No.
Well, okay.
I can't do this.
Well, we don't have a show, so why don't we do a little holodeck scene where you're not working on the Lego 2 movie for 7.5 years, and I'm not working on 950 projects for 900 years.
Oh, wow. Biggest fan. I'm getting the fuck out of this shit. I've seen the hologram deck. Fuck that.
Tomorrow morning's blog entry starts. I have colitis. It's hard. I struggle with it all the time, and my entire life, people have been asking, "Why are you going to the bathroom?"
I have colitis. I'm getting the fuck out.
All right. So where do we take us to the holodeck? Where do we fade in?
It probably takes a lot of fucking like.
If you sit in the front row,
if you're sitting in the front row and you have to get up, you're probably like, holy shit. She's probably already been through the whole thing of like it's just like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to get up and.
What if she is like an old timey reporter where she has to go to the phone booth and go, oh my God. I got a hot story. All right.
Yeah. No. I was like, Schraub. Every time someone dies, I get a text.
No, I'm trying to give you like an Edward Runner, Bela Lugosi calling up.
What are you setting up biopics for? Just love me.
I'm trying, dude, but you're putting me on the spot, making me feel bad. Let's holodeck it. Okay, let's holodeck.
Okay, let's just pretend.
Let's holodeck it out.
Let's holodeck like we used to.
Holodeck it.
Let's holodeck. Give me some water. Throw me that one in the middle. All right, thanks. All right. Okay, there we go.
Don't make it that kind of show. It's not. It's supposed to be a thoughtful show.
All right, so
us came here because we rejected the concept that catching something is important.
It's about connection, Dan. It's about human connection.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so if we're gonna holodeck it, where do you want to fade into this holodeck? She's back. She's wiping her seat down.
She spilled cranberry juice.
Okay.
She spilled cranberry juice, Dan. It's not that big of a deal.
But she's wearing black. Who cares?
She's spilling cranberry juice,
I know.
Dan.
We all know.
It's not that big of a deal.
I know, but that's code for period.
Oh shit! Is that right?
Yes, I've got my cranberry juice.
All right.
I have to go to the bathroom.
I haven't had a girlfriend in so long. I don't know I don't know these code words. All right, so holodeck friendship with Schraub. Where are we fading into solve these problems?
This is programmed to make me look bad.
It's programmed to call your bluff, because when I get a text that says "I love you," only when people die, it's like to me the unspoken thing is like we don't see each other enough, we don't have a close enough relationship. You eat too much, you drink too much.
But I've said that here out loud. I've said those words. I don't have to have I don't have to do some kind of sleight of hand with a text. I say that to your face.
Yeah, so why can't you just text Prince died?
I write R.I.P. Prince. What do you want?
Then you say, "I love you, Dan." And it's like so loaded.
Okay, well, Fine. What do you...
Now I sound like a dick.
Gun to your head. What do you want? You want me to stop, Tim?
Oh, fuck you.
No. Gun to your head. You want me to keep doing it?
All right, look. This
Gun to your head.
It.
Virtual fishing boat.
The gun is gone.
Virtual fishing boat.
Shut up! You're scared of fish! Shut up! Is that the soundtrack or?
It's a whale.
It's foggy.
So it's good that we finally got this moment alone.
Yes, it sure is.
To be best friends.
Yes.
Fishing together.
Yes, finally.
So that we can finally hang out.
Now that
love each other.
We've retired and
Yeah.
this is it.
Yeah. Thank God none of us worked really hard until we dropped dead without warning.
Thank God. Thank God we did that. Now we can enjoy the sunshine.
Now here we are.
And this fish.
Yep. think of like what we would have. I mean, oof.
I made you something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close your eyes. Hold out your hand. It's my shit.
The fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Jet ski!
What the? Get a detachable son of a bitch!
Fucking asshole! Shit! No! Helicopter!
Say you don't love me anymore! Stop telling me you love me!
I love you, Dad. High-roaded.
I'm so sorry.
I'm just gonna land so my angel wings don't have to flap so much. Can we get back to fishing, please?
Dad killed you, and you still want to hang out with him and fish with him?
Well, I put shit in his hand. It kind of evens itself out.
He killed himself.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I gave him an out.
Yeah.
All right, that didn't work. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this level of show. Our next guest.
Do you not want to be loved by Rob? You just don't want to be loved when people die, and that's when you feel loved by him most.
Uncomfortable. It makes him uncomfortable to
Are you
hear
loving him more when famous people die than otherwise?
No, when anybody dies. You know, when just death is happening.
Oh,
you know,
so-
I'm like that with Kate. I'm like that with Lolly. I'm like that with a lot of people.
And Dan, you feel you don't want to be loved only when mortality is the thing.
It makes him uncomfortable. It makes him uncomfortable.
Well, he doesn't put any more. That's the same thing with my mom. She'll like send me a direct tweet or something, and it'll say like, "Be nice to hear from you now and then." I'm like, bitch, you got my number. Text me. I called her bluff. I said, you can text me anytime I want. Well, I wouldn't want to bother you. Bother me. She never does. She doesn't text me.
But do you want her to?
I don't know. I don't know.
I've texted you. What up? What up, man? What's going on, man?
What do I do?
No, you don't write back.
You are in.
You don't have to scratch your head.
You're in workaholic mode where like you're busy as a motherfucker all the time.
Yeah,
right?
got no time.
You have the best excuse to not reply because you're always working. You have the best out.
I get it.
Well, also, sometimes they put his phone in a box.
Yeah.
Wait, say what?
Sometimes, like, a small man comes and puts his phone into a box.
All right.
His name is Steve Levy, probably.
Rob, are you a fan of the horror film genre?
Yes, I am actually. Yes.
Yeah. Do you like cinema?
I like cinemas. Yes, I like them.
Well, our next guest is he played I think the most recent Jason Voorhees.
Yes, he did.
So I think he must have done a terrible job because they kind of they
don't
stopped making those movies.
That's not the.
I think he must have killed people wrong.
I think he killed him. He killed everybody in the movie. There's nobody to he was too good.
Oh, he's too good. He's too
killed
good.
everything.
He hunted himself to extinction.
Yeah.
Every Jason Voorhees movie has to. All right. Okay. Well, he's an old friend of ours, and I don't think he's ever been up on this podcast. They're just hanging out.
Don't look at me. You know the roster better than I do.
Please welcome Derek Mears.
Oh yeah!
Oh, shit.
Derek.
I just spilled my cranberry juice. Yeah, come on over on this side of the
What are you going in the middle? I can't.
There.
195. Episode 195.
Oh yeah, we're coming up on 200. We should do something special.
Yeah.
We should
For
have
that
like,
episode.
195.
I wanted to do a gag tonight where I get so mad at Schraub, I'm chasing him around like some crates, and then he runs behind a crate, and then you come out the other side. And it just puts me off of chasing Schraubs forever.
Don't tell the audience. It's going to be great. Let's do
How
it.
come that Harmon hates Schraubs so much? It's an old Looney Tunes joke.
Just smiling and politely nodding.
For the crowd here that doesn't know our origin story, we know Derek, all of us, Dan, Rob, and I, through Comedy Sports. Derek, you were Bakersfield Comedy Sports.
Yeah, correct.
And Rob and Dan were Milwaukee. I was L.A., and we all met at certain tournaments. And we all met, like, I remember sitting with Derek Mears. I'll talk to you in first person. Sitting with Derek, and we saw the Burt Furstners play in Milwaukee, and you and I sat next to each other, and it was like Mike Rock, Chris Tom, and all of our like New York friends, and we saw something so funny that you and I looked to each other like, "Fuck this shit!" Like we were actually unhappy at how funny things were.
Yeah, they were too good.
And Rob and Dan were in the Dead Alewives, and like again, we're like, these guys they're funnier than we are, so like fuck it.
Like, go home, we're done.
Exactly.
Totally done.
Yeah. Oh, you were watching us? That's the
Yeah, well...
yeah.
It was the first nerd.
You saw something so funny that you were like, let's quit forever, and those things were Dan Harmon.
Well, actually, I thought Sean McKenna was the funniest Dead Alewives.
It's true.
Well,
yeah, because he was the most punk rock. Like,
yeah.
He was like, you guys were all funny. You guys were all hilarious, but he was so dangerous and so weird.
Yeah.
I was like, I came from L.A. Comedy Sports, which was so safe and so by the numbers. It was like, oh, like these guys are actually like punk rockers in the improv world. And we all ended up hanging out like on the sidelines and like becoming friends. And my friendship with Rob, Dan, all you guys was coincided with Derek Mears. Like,
you guys think that Kanye West gets a bad rap? I feel like everybody he does a good rap too. He's never, as far as I know, he's never hit anybody or abused anybody. And he's got 7 #1 albums in a row. I mean, we keep waiting for him to become humble or normal.
I think he's just a lunatic, right? Like he's
got 7 #1 albums in a row.
I think a lot of it's just a big show, just kind of like an Alice Cooper, Marilyn Manson on the metal side, but on the hip hop side, he does things just to get in people's mindset and to be in the consciousness.
Yeah.
You know what he just did, though? Well, he didn't just do it. He did it a while ago. He was like, my album's always going to be on Tidal. Only Tidal forever. And then it wasn't. So, like, a lot of people subscribed to Tidal under false pretenses, and now there's a class action lawsuit or something.
What?
I don't know.
What?
Subscribe? What?
Tidal. The subscription program or service, music streaming subscription by Jay-Z, right?
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, he's got all this talent, right? He's trying to get, talent on his side. Kanye's like, it's only going to be on Tidal. If you want talent, it's going to be on Tidal. You best subscribe. And then it comes out not on Tidal, and everyone's like, well, what the fuck? What are we doing this for? We could just buy albums like normal people?
Shit. Well, still, though, a lot of people hit women.
Yeah, no.
And piss on people and stuff.
That's still not bad. Yeah. I gotta say.
I do, and I feel like if you're gonna tear up someone's floor of their set, you just run it by them in their dressing room. Just go, hey, we gotta tear up the floor of your set. It's mirrors. It doesn't work for the cameras. He'd probably be like, okay, cool, I'm Picasso and Jesus. Okay, cool, we're SNL. Goodbye. And then but they didn't tell him. I mean, like, of course he's going to be like, what the fuck? They didn't even tell me. I'm Picasso and Jesus. And someone's recording him from 50 yards going, ooh, this is the best.
Are you comparing yourself to Kanye or Jesus right now?
It doesn't, what he's taught me is it doesn't matter. We should all be a little more proud of ourselves, for God's sake. I mean, 7 #1 albums. 4 albums ago is when he needed to stop being humble. By our own rules that we've established. 3 #1 albums, you're allowed to start like wearing a shoe for a hat. We established that a long time ago.
Are you a big Kanye fan? Like, do you like his?
I don't really like his music, but I like his personality.
You just want permission to be Kanye West.
I just gotta. Well, no, I'm just defending a guy who's like, yeah, I get it. I would like, I do. So it's adorable that people were like, that lady was like, he like sticks stuff in his butt, and then it's amazing that he was like bothers to get on Twitter. It's like, come on, seriously, I don't like anything in my butt. It's him. It's not like a PR company going like, speaking of butt, go to Target. It's like him going like, come on, y'all, I don't put anything in my butt. That's great. It's accessible. He's.
Is this similar to like how people don't like to drink alone? So like the narcissism level, like going, look at me, this is amazing, and so he's like that big, and you're like, oh, I look up to him someday.
I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know where the insult begins.
Oh
and
no,
ends.
it's playful, like a kitten insult. It's not like I'm gonna hurt you, like stab you in the face.
Well, you can't. I'm like Picasso. You can't stab me. You'd be stabbing thin air. I'm Jesus.
So you want to be Kanye? Like you like?
I am, aren't I? I am Kanye.
Should we holodeck this?
Holodeck, just me
being Kanye.
Well, okay.
And the winner for Best Musician for the MTV Music Awards is. You want to read the envelope? Shania?
All right, put your ears and hands together. It's Kanye West.
You know what? This is bullshit. Taylor Swift, get up here. Taylor, get up here. She deserves this award. This is bullshit. I didn't work my ass off. Taylor Swift did. She deserves it. I didn't know what else to do with that. Taylor, Kanye. Soul powers.
Oh, your soul tastes so delicious, Kanye.
Cut to black. Taylor. Pentagon, 1978.
Pentagon.
Oh, shit. Went the wrong way. I think it's like, what is it? It's 3 lefts, 2 rights. All right, finally. I've been looking for you guys forever. I went to a room, there was a guy. So anyways, we have a problem.
Well, we're the guys that help you with that.
Operation Delta has been a failure.
The old Operation Delta is a failure.
Yeah, that we suspected as much. Yeah, we didn't put our all into that one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Fire drill.
It's letting us know the air's going down. We got to get out of here.
It's a regular fire drill. We try to keep it.
You know, everybody says don't use an elevator. Fuck that
Let's
shit.
use the elevator.
Yeah.
It's in the way that you use it.
This is so much, believe me, it's so much quicker
It's
than
in
those
the way
stairs.
that you use it.
So how about what Sally was wearing today?
Oh, what a slut.
I mean, you working for the Pentagon or
The
the
J.C. Penney's are gone. Did the elevator stop and the door's
just,
not open?
Oh, we're only on the Quatragon
Oh, okay.
level.
Press the button again, just in case.
It's in the way that you use it.
The buttons went up. Okay.
Oh fuck!
Lights go out.
Shit! Oh my god!
It doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean anything. It means the doors are about to open because they're trying to save electricity. What?
I don't want to freak you guys out, but when the stuff like this happens, if I can't see things, I have little flashbacks as a child, and I start to get uncomfortable, and weird things happen.
Okay. All right.
Cut to Derek's flashbacks as a child.
Son, happy birthday. This is your new hammock.
Thanks, this is so comfortable. I've never had anything like this before. It moves
Fatty Derek, snip, snip.
No, don't! No! God damn it, no!
Back to the elevator. Back to the elevator.
And she was really mean to me, and so that's what happened.
She called you Fatty Karen?
Yeah. She had like a speech impediment, really high-pitched voice, and she couldn't say my name right.
What is your name
a lot
again?
like you.
Derek Karen Mears.
Oh, okay.
The lights are still out, you guys.
Yeah. God.
If you don't know, I've taken control of your elevator car. Kanye West?
Yeah.
You have 30 seconds to make the greatest rap album of all time.
He can do it. He can do it.
Oh, don't, okay.
He can do it.
All right.
You're Jesus Picasso. You can do it.
It's just
You can do it.
It's really
Put some-
confined in here, but
Yeah. Well,
try to...
we'll sit down.
Well, no, that's kind of all right. That kind of all right. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah! Put your alligator action together for Key W. West!
A circle is a daydream. A circle is a square to me. A circle is another shape inside my school and playground. I'm singing like a lady. I'm singing like I never had tomorrow. I'm singing like I love the shapes of circles and squares and triangles. When the grass is green and the sun is yellow. I saw your mama tonight. I heard she's turned into a fellow. That's not transphobic. I support her wholeheartedly in her change. If she wants to be whoever she wants to be, she should 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 be, oh, she should be, she should be, she should be, she should be tomorrow. A circle is a square. Every sun is a rainbow. Every day is today, unless it turns into tomorrow. A triangle is 3. A square has more than that. A circle has 0, but you are a hero if you wanna know that. And then I do 9 more songs like that, and I mean, obviously, you've been bested. It's like we have a budget for the elevator narrator, and we don't have the budget for the elevator maintenance. No wonder we lost the last 3 wars.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Can't see my watch. Finally.
Thank God the ghost is here. He's got his own door. Come through mine.
Thanks, my only friend.
Let's get you a new hammock.
I had nothing to do with the hammock. I was in his flashback. You know what? I'm scrubbing the Delta Project. That's what I came to tell you guys. I was going to take you to lunch, break it to you slowly over mozzarella sticks. You admitted yourselves. You phoned it in.
Mozzarella stick?
Get your own now. So long.
But you should... What's he doing with that apple? He's eating it. And
It's a nano apple.
So long, suckers.
Wasn't that nano apple part of the Delta Project?
It was, but I think he meant it to be a cheese stick.
A cheese dick?
Yes.
Want to go back to giving me head?
Credits.
All right.
Was it like that?
Exactly.
All right.
Could we have a serious conversation for a second?
Yes.
All right.
Dan, I love you.
Who died?
That scene.
Spencer, how have you been?
I've been so good.
There's something in...
I know, you've been messing with it and looking at it for minutes.
I feel like...
What do you think? What is it?
Drink
I don't
it,
know, it's
man.
like-
Just drink it.
No, I think it...
You got some sort of weird thing in your vodka?
This is like the lowest stakes creep show ever. I know what's in here. There's something... There's just something
it
down
ice?
there.
There's some jewels.
Well,
in
whatever it is, I got it. No? Oh, it's the reflection of my finger.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You're like a bird.
Oh, it's still there. Oh, but that's us. Okay. All right.
Oh man.
I just want to. I'm very phobic about impurities and stuff.
Yeah.
Whatever's in there, vodka will probably kill it, right?
Yeah. Or the snakes will.
I love you so much.
Thank you. Derek, tell us about getting kicked in the nuts by Will Smith
Okay.
in Wild Wild West.
Oh my God! Yeah, as an actor, I was very lucky. At one point, one of my first jobs was working on the stellar hit "Wild Wild Wild West."
Wild Wild West 1.
Yeah.
Did you play the robot spider?
Attack of the Robot Spiders.
Yes. Actually, I was the giant metalhead guy inside the spider, and I was super nervous because I had to hit Will Smith for the first time, punching him and whatnot. But he had to kick me in the nards as well. But when we were doing it, when you get kicked in the nards, you have usually a safety strap that goes around your ankle all the way up through here, kind of like a belt. So if someone hits you, it stops them from actually hitting your nard parts. Yeah. Hold on, it gets good.
It's like a hammock, an upside-down hammock above the ground that is your nuts.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to hold the body that is Will Smith's ankle as he does the plopping into it of kicking as hard as he can upward.
So that is the correct term, plopping.
As hard as he might try, if he kicks straight up in your dick, he's not going to get there because it's attached to your feet.
Correct. But if you go up at an angle, you get hit hard.
In the thigh.
In the upper groinal area where the connection between your hoop and the hop come together.
And your nuts are huge.
They're average man nuts.
But you're bigger than an average man, so like you say like, oh, this Diet Coke is average size, but it's like you drink a special like giant Diet Coke can.
Wait, how big are what's average nut size? Like a quarter? Like is that a nut?
Yeah, like a quarter.
Spencer's giant. He has to be like 2 times my size of nuts.
Yeah. But I'm special.
Also, when you have me on the show, quality stuff the entire time.
So anyways,
the story that you're making me tell. We did it about like.
I expected you to go. I don't want to talk about that.
No, so about 20 takes happened. Not one was straight up, and they were side to side. And I felt like a kickboxer because it got to the point where I kept getting kicked over and over, and it's kind of like Rocky, where he'd start to buckle and be like. When I was a kid, I was so new, going, no, this is good. Keep going.
He's not kicking straight up. He's kicking into the thigh.
Yeah.
And you want it straight up. but he's I'm assuming not kicking you straight up because instinct says if I kick this guy as hard as I can straight up, that's going to be like kicking a human being in the balls. So he's kicking you into the thigh.
Yes.
Probably to be a good person, but he's doing it wrong.
Correct. But he makes more than I do, and he can hire me in the future. He did it completely right, and it was my fault. But no, afterwards I had just think of the blackest purple. Like I went to the trailer and I kind of hobbled to the trailer and lay there and just had these giant volleyball size on both sides bruises.
And the thing is, when you're a young stuntman. Like I think what you expressed to me is like you're in this terrible dilemma because it's like you can't stop between the 30th take. And by the way, I met the dude that was in an acting class. Yes, believe it or not, I was in an acting class at Sam Christensen's class, and one of the classmates was the guy who played Marco in Die Hard. Who is the guy who says, next time you're going to shoot somebody, don't hesitate. Thanks for the advice, asshole. That guy, I'm sorry, I was thinking of that guy because he told me, because he's a stuntman. A lot of the terrorists in Die Hard, they're just stuntmen, because they had to do rolls and dives and tucks and nips and things. He's like,
racist.
A moment of silence for that moment of silence. He ruined his back during Die Hard. I think he never like could do stunt work again because that was his biggest gig, and it was the most benign thing you'd see in Die Hard. There's a moment when he's like talking, and then some dudes come in the doorway, and he goes, it's like, and they catch Bruce Willis off guard, and he draws down on them, and like there's just a 2-second shot of the doorway, and like the guys scatter, and in that shot, Marco vaults over an office chair, like does a little dive. It's not that big a deal. The movie's not called Rhythm Gymnastics Hard, you know. It's not like, whoa, they'll blow you away with their wonderful cartwheels. But he did this move that he then had to do 46 times. Literally, I think they did 46 takes of that shot, and he could never stop at take 23 and say, I'm out. I can't do this. I'm going to ruin my body. And you, like, Will Smith is kicking you in the nuts for the 18th time, and you're not, like, you're faced with this, like, crazy choice of, like, well, what am I going to be, the stuntman that's, like, gotten this far and then goes, I can't take it, boys?
Well, you're allowed to, but you're allowed to at any point say, okay, I'm hurt. But if you do, they go, oh, shit, go home, and we never hire you again. Like, right?
I think if you're a veteran, you probably get away with it more, right?
The mentality between like acting and stunts, it's white collar, blue collar. On the stunt side of things, like your job is to make the stunt coordinator who hired you look as good as possible. So if you ever get hurt or injured on set, you shouldn't as a professional like scream out and go, my arm is broken and I can't feel. You have to be very quiet, and you if you're hurt, you leave set so you don't cause that panic on set and people freak out. Because you'll interrupt the workday, then they don't make their day, and then there's money involved and whatnot. But you go in, you take it, you wrap whatever hurt, and you go back and you finish the job for the day if your mentality's right, and then you heal up later.
You got pretty hurt. A separated shoulder or something like that?
Oh no! I had a really bad herniated disc in my neck. It was the toughest job I've ever done. I did Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters.
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah.
So I couldn't wait to bring that up because I watched that entire movie. I thought that fucker was CG. That was you in a costume.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That troll, that big ogre thing.
Edward the giant
troll. There was dude
troll.
in a costume.
Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy. We shot 3 months in Berlin. The first week there, anything you do for these like kind of monster jobs, because as an actor, I bounce from my normal face and doing monsters from time to time. But anytime you do like a monster job, you're always prepared ahead of time, I always talk like a UFC fighter. You overtrain, so when you're on set, nothing's going to phase you. But the suit was so difficult because originally the studio wanted to CG the character, and the producers and the director were fighting, going, no, we want to do it practical. We have the right people and the right team together. Let's do it practical. And they went, okay, we'll try it. But the suit was so big. I tried to explain to people, like when you put it on, it's like being on a treadmill with like 100+ pound weight on your like neck, shoulders, all over you. You're breathing your own carbon dioxide, so you can't breathe very well. Your pulse is you're actually cooking inside the suit. So imagine that, putting a plastic bag on your head and running, blind. So
and Will Smith kicking you in the nuts the entire time.
But yeah, it was crazy.
And he wasn't even on that job. He just shows up to fucking.
Yeah, no.
Will Smith just fucking goes from set to set.
Well, he became addicted to it. That's the thing. Like,
where'd you get a taste for it?
He started.
Also, on the side,
you start to make excuses in your head. I deserved it. I shouldn't have made him do that.
It's called addiction. It's called addiction.
He actually, on Will Smith's behalf, like it was my kind of first like big Hollywood star going, oh my God, I don't want to ruin this. He was the nicest, most down to earth guy. I was talking to one of his entourage at the time, going like, is he doing a game or is he legit? He goes, no, man. Will Smith is Will Smith 24 hours a day. And he treated, it didn't matter if you were the caterer all the way up to the main producer. He treated everybody equally with respect, and I was blown away. I learned a lot from him.
All right.
Now, Derek.
Yeah.
What?
Sounds pretty cool. Sounds pretty cool. I'd like to work with him someday.
Derek, were you?
Yeah.
Am I getting this wrong? Derek and I used to be roommates for a while back in the day.
Yeah.
And when you auditioned for that, they had you come in
For Wild Wild West.
For Wild Wild West.
Mm-hmm.
One.
And they said like do some kicks and stuff like that. And wasn't there a thing like they said like do like a high kick and you're like, no, I'll kick a hole in the ceiling?
No, it was a small room or whatever, and there was like a low hanging. My background's like martial arts and stuff, and so they're like, "Oh, go ahead and can you kick over your head?" I go, "Yeah, where I can stop here." I don't like why, because I'll kick the light thing. I don't want to do that.
And they're like, "Go ahead and do it."
Yeah, and I kicked it.
You kicked the ceiling out, and they're like, "You got the fucking job."
Also, on a side note, like being Jeff's roommate, like talk about like.
Talk about
If you want
This
to.
motherfucker leaves the toilet seat up, the refrigerator door open.
If you just moved to Hollywood and you're looking for self-confidence, don't move in with Davis. That guy is a sweetheart of a human being, like just like a brother to me. But
Well, all of his waking nightmares about 9/11, like.
I would date skinny, like weak, like thin actresses. Derek would date giant, hard ass stunt women who like looked like Xena, warrior princess. So I'd be in my little bedroom and we'd be like, baby, no, like you want to. Like you should eat something, and that was him talking to me.
Stunt talk.
And then from Derek's room, it was boom, come on, baby, and like they were doing you guys were wrestling so hard, furniture was flying.
Wrestling.
And me and my skinny actress girlfriends were like, well, are they okay? Like, yeah, they're. I live with a superhero. Also, Derek would do a thing. First time we lived at the Serrano, like in Koreatown.
Yeah.
Derek, he's, what are you, 6'6"?
6'5".
6'5". Totally hairless. Very, very, very muscular.
He's trying to create a picture for you.
Yeah. for the home listener. Dan, it's a podcast.
Kind of a Mr. Clean look.
It's a podcast.
Mr. Clean.
Derek would come out, and like I'd be playing his PlayStation. I'd be doing like some Tomb Raider or whatever. And Derek would come out in his tighty whities, and he would do this.
Oh boy!
I called it the Pretty Prancer. He would come out of the bathroom, and he would go. So imagine him in naked, except for tighty whities, and he would go like. Jeff, am I a pretty prancer? Yes, Derek. You're a pretty pony. It was the best.
Oh, good times. Good times. But the point I was trying to make with Jeff coming over, with Jeff as a roommate, is like I would sit there and I had the same spot on the couch. I was that friend, who's like disheveled and like, oh, I was gonna play Tomb Raider on PlayStation 2. This is great. And it was like a revolving door of like beautiful, hot, like eccentric women would come in, and like I would sit there and they're talking like Don Perignon. I feel like the kid from Deliverance. I'm like, hey, what's going on? Jeff's a real funny dude. You should go have a good time tonight. But they had to put up with me because, like, they're dating Jeff. They knew we were close. Like, oh,
you guys could have leaned into that. You could have done like just skin tight latex like, on a Friday night. Like, are you going out tonight? Yeah. I'm gonna probably bring some women up. You want me to do the thing? Yeah. You want me to just be in the cabinet under the sink?
that would be amazing.
And then you do your high kicks. And then Will Smith comes out of a different cabinet and starts kicking you in the nuts. Is that Will Smith? He's really nice.
Derek, flat-footed. You could kick the ceiling probably here, right?
I think I can.
Still?
I'm tighter than I used to be. I could fall. It'd be awesome.
You got them tight
I'll try it.
pants on.
Just try. I mean, I think flat. Oh yeah,
He's wearing jeans. Whoa! Jesus Christ!
He kicked it.
Whoa! Jesus!
He chopped it.
Yeah.
That was...
Guys, if any sort of terror erupts, I got your back. Dan!
Do it!
This is a horrible
Game
idea.
recognized game. Nice. Great. You really are Picasso Jesus.
I was actually kind of curious, like what the disparity is, like how far my leg goes up. I think it was like
You got pretty close. So if you go to your chiropractor and it's like, well, he's fixed your back, and then he's like, have you done those exercises? And you haven't, and then because you're busy, and then you're like, if I just say no, then which I've already tried. I've tried to be honest. He goes like, have you done those exercises? They're like core exercises, like where you work your core. It's for my posture. I don't like my posture, but I don't like doing the exercises either. So my hands are tied. So so once a week I go into him and he goes, he's adjusting my back, and then he goes, did you do those exercises? And then like, I already tried. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's the same as my alarm tone. It's where because we live in an Orwellian society. It's not like yours was going to be. It's in the way that you use it. Kevin Day is like, God damn it, fucking, that's Eric Clapton. Fucking, just got sued. I don't do the. So I already tried. I tried going. No. By the way, no, I'm not going to tell you his name because then you might Yelp him and like harass him. Dr. X.
Dr. X. But by the way, X is his first name because not a real doctor, chiropractor. It's like Dr. Todd, you know. No, Dr. Todd, I did not do the exercises this week. I didn't do them. And then his reaction is like, okay, well, can I ask you a question? Do you want to have better posture? Yes, I do, Dr. Todd. Well, you can't have it if I can't help you if you're gonna, because if you don't want to do it, then you don't want to do it.
Wasn't he like, well, if you don't want to waste my time, or like something like he was wasting your time? Or
well, that's when I cancel an appointment. He goes like, right. But it's like I pay for the appointment.
Oh, I thought he was like,
you're not
going to stretch. You're just wasting my time.
Well, he was like, well, if you don't want to do it, like I don't know what to do with you. And so then I tried lying a little bit. Like, so then the next time he goes like, did you know the exercises? I hadn't. And so I tried lying just enough because I didn't get the right. It was like, so I goes like, yeah, a couple times. He's like, yeah, well, like how often? I'm like, I don't know, here and there. Like once every other day. Tried a little bit. And then he said, well, I can't, look, I mean, I want to help your posture, but I can't work with you if it's like, oh, once every other day. And like did an impression of my voice and like and it was like, I got my face in a table while he's doing that shit. And I'm like, I don't need to put up with this. This motherfucker's supposed to crack my back. But then I think, well, what if I stop going to him and then my back feels bad?
Well, then you'll know he works. That seems like the best idea.
And then I go back to him, and then he's like, I don't know. Like I throw a pebble at his window. Dr. Todd! I hold up a boombox, and it's playing the shitty Muzak version of fucking whatever he plays over his fucking shitty new age sound system.
Touch you twice. Now, have you tried actually doing his instructions and doing that?
Yeah,
let's do them right now.
No, they're no, don't applaud that.
No, applaud for this.
Let's do it.
I think if you did it right now, then you could be truthful. You don't like lying.
No,
You're an honest person.
He won't even accept. I already know that even if I did them a lot, according to me, that wouldn't be enough for him.
Okay, then definitely don't do him.
Yeah,
stop it.
So do I have to stop going to him?
No.
Wait, what?
No.
He's trying to help you.
But I don't have time to do the exercises, bro.
Wait, what are the exercises and how long?
Yeah,
15 seconds. I just gotta lay down on the floor and go and go like this. It's like for my core. I don't have a core.
Do it every time you have to pee.
15 seconds?
When you gotta pee.
You can't even try it just as an experiment to see if he's a good chiropractor?
If history is any teacher, no, I cannot. I'm not able to do it. It doesn't work into my schedule right now. I can't have Steve Levy put on my calendar.
Do it when you pee.
Thrust your fucking hips for 15 seconds. And my calendar already looks like this. Every day is like, what? Like what? Read the Bible.
That's
What? I have to do so much shit, and then it's like there's gonna be like slivers added in there, like thrust your hips against the wall.
Have you cut Minecraft out of your schedule?
Dude.
He has.
Yeah, is that Levy?
Steve Levy says.
Yeah, I don't play no Minecraft. Knights of Pen and Paper too. I got a couple hours in yesterday. I don't touch console games or laptop games. I only do iPad time management games. They're teaching me time management.
Are you still in pain? Is your back like?
No, that's the thing. So why would I ever do these exercises?
Then don't go. You sound like you're busy. You sound so busy, Dan. You sound so busy. You need to relax. Take it easy. Don't go. If you don't like him, you don't like what he's telling you to do, stop it. Just don't go. I worry about you, man. Don't go. Just stay home.
Well, I mean, Steve, can you put on the calendar that I'm supposed to lay on the ground and then there's a piece of paper that shows a lady doing it. It's like I gotta like. It doesn't even make sense. I just
You're talking like a breast exam.
Can you show us what it is?
Yourself how to fix it.
No, I can't because it's a stage. I can't. No, I can't show you.
I'll describe it if you do it. Like show us what you're supposed to do.
It's gonna look like a man laying down.
Yeah, well, let's try it out.
But if you do it in the future and they ask you, like, did you do it or not, you can play your hit podcast and have everyone going, yay! Going, maybe these people.
What if
You're witnesses.
You can have do it subscribe. On a table. Do it on a table.
I could do it on the table.
Do it on the table.
Don't do it on the table.
Do it on the table.
Lay down.
It's a bad idea.
That table seems like it's not really.
But that would be perfect. That would be great.
Do it on the
like
table. Just do it on the table.
No, I mean, like what?
This is great.
Oh shit!
All right.
I hate these parts of the podcast because it's like I always imagine being the person that's here for the first time, and they're like, "Why did you take me here?" Well, because he's a great writer. He's not writing.
Dan's laying on his back with his knees up.
Okay, so this is the exercise.
Right.
Like I think.
Let's count them off, people.
I go like this.
1.
I think I just go like that. I think.
Well,
I can't remember.
I can't tell what's
Oh wait,
happening.
no. I keep my ass on the floor, and then the small of my back is supposed to be like that,
Keep reaching for the stars.
and then I flatten it.
I can't.
And then I go like that.
That's
And
3.
then I flatten it.
He's arching his back.
Right.
4.
Yeah.
I'm just looking right at your crotch. I can't see anything.
So podcast dynamite, right?
Right. No. We're getting you some exercise. You have plausible deniability now with your chiropractor.
If he said once a week do it, then I could do it every week here.
Yeah.
You could put on a rap beat, and I could do a core.
Yeah. Do it to the beat.
Yo. Yeah.
Do it to the beat.
Yeah. Strengthen your core. Yo. Yeah. Yeah. Strengthen your core. Yo. Yo.
Yeah.
There's a group of muscles between your ass and your back. It's called your core. Gonna keep your life on track. It's gonna make your posture clean. Gonna make it neat. I'm gonna fuck your mama so hard I'm bringing the heat pad. Heat pad going down on your cool crack. You fuck your mama so hard she's going forward and back. I cure her back. I straighten her spine. I fuck your mama like Curly. Fucked her like Larry Fine.
Whoa.
Dr. Mo, Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine. Paging your mama just in time. Got the 3 Stooges to room 213. I fucked your mama so hard. You know what I mean. Unenthusiastic applause. There are 3 kinds of applause in the world. Enthusiastic.
Everybody, put your hands together for Kanye Jesus. Oh shit, Kanye Jesus.
Yo. I'm Mr. Back Problems, I'm Mr. Back Problems coming around. I'm a new character. I'm Mr. Back Problems. I love bad backs. I'm the rhythmologist of the bad backs. I'm Mr. Back Problems. I'm Mr. Back Problems. It's a new character. There's Mr. Back Problem.
Mr. Back
No,
Problem.
don't, Andy. Oh, geez, Dave Klein. Andy, Dave Klein. I mean, stand up and show people why I would confuse you. I'm not a dick.
We're breeding a super race.
What if these guys, this would be a perfect tag team wrestling match. The Banger Brothers are coming out. Oh, here come the follicle
Friends.
Hey, Derek, remember before Channel 101 was a thing, Dan, Rob, Chris Tallman, and I, we get together and we said, let's make Jaws 4. No one had seen Jaws 4. Let's make Jaws 4. Rob made the most shocking thing in the world where he...
Kind of the beginning of everything for me.
Exactly. Rob fucked a lemon pretty hard. Orange or a lemon?
It was an orange, but it was a little on the yellow
It
side.
came off lemon on
A
camera.
little ripe, yeah.
And...
My dick was Jaws.
Your dick was Jaws. He made a duct tape fin with a number 4 on it. Am I right in saying that Bill Cosby was involved?
No, it was Michael Caine.
Michael Caine.
But he talked like
He
Bill
sounded like
Cosby.
Bill Cosby. He's like, oh, I'm Michael Caine.
I'm Michael Caine.
Is that still online?
It's the worst.
No, Comedy Central put it on their homepage at one point, not realizing that my dick was in it because Sarah said
Sarah loved it.
Sarah saw that video and said, I want this guy to direct my pilot, and then somebody said, oh, it's like on 101, and then they went, oh, okay, well, we'll put a link up to there, and it was up there for like a week. And people were going, holy shit! A little warning! There's a dick in the... Don't do it! And then they pulled it down.
There's one line of dialogue in it I won't repeat. It's pretty out there. You know what I'm talking about.
No.
I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
I will let the audience watch it. It's very,
I don't think it's up there anymore. I took it down.
YouTube won't have it?
I don't think
Jaws
so.
4 must exist.
I don't think so.
It's so good.
I can't believe it's not out there.
But then I think right after that we all said, let's make everyone make the next Batman.
Yeah.
And so Dan made a Batman, which is also, if you haven't seen Dan Harmon's Batman,
Dan's Batman's pretty funny.
it goes all the way around the bend. It's you.
What I remember about that Batman that I made is my dear girlfriend at the time, Robin Roth, very lovely and talented, who was my roommate, and she volunteered to. Because one of the scenes was it was a dark look into Batman's life, and and at one point it just cuts to him in bed with his girlfriend wearing the Batman mask, and he's saying to his girlfriend who is naked, get up on your knees, I want to kiss you while I jerk off, and it's just supposed to be creepy and sad and lonely because even when he's with someone he's alone, but she's. Like I remember I set up the camera on a tripod and like we got into frame and like Robin's nipples were out of frame on the viewfinder. Like these are the early days of digital video. And like I remember just like the kind of overscan. Like I didn't know all the terminology. I remember like when the video went online, it was like, no, her nipples are well in frame. Like it's just my topless girlfriend giving me a hand job. Anyway, I don't know. The early. Those are the days. And then 9/11 happened, and everything changed, even though it's 9/13 now.
Oh, we missed it. Am I?
No, Jeff. We'll never miss it.
You're right, Dan. You know what? It's 9/11 in our hearts. In mine, I made a Batman, and I asked Derek to be my villain in it, and his character was called Pussy Magnet. And he had I made him a necklace that was like a magnet with the word pussy on it. And we showed up at your dojo, and you're like, Jeff, like I can do some like karate moves. It was to kickstart my heart, I think, with Motley Crue. And you're like, I pulled my groin on a show, and so I can't really do it. If you can ever see this, you're doing giant flying kicks and everything. Like you played so hard while hurt. It's amazing, but that's part of your thing.
It's because I love you.
Aww.
Hey, Derek.
Yeah.
So when I met you, like you were, I mean, like you, I always say, I don't know if it's offensive to you, but because I'm trying to create an image in people's head, like you looked from like the dude from Powder, like that. When the first time I ever met you, like. Because it's amazing when you meet somebody who's all who's jacked up and looks good. It's like it's hard to imagine that they ever actually bothered to just like transform themselves without permission. But you could have easily just been a dude in a trench coat just hanging out at a campus behind a tree, and just like using psychic powers to to get back at people. But instead you went this route. And one of my questions is like, can you remember that point in your life when you like where you went from just what God had dealt you to like deciding to like just do stuff
to get fit and
like what was the threshold? What pushed you across that threshold?
Well, it was when I grew up in Bakersfield, California, and I grew up I love when it wasn't cool. It was like comic book, sci-fi, horror. I got into acting because of Dungeons and Dragons, going like, oh man, I want to do this someday professionally. How do I do that? Oh, an actor, perfect. But I also grew up as a different kid because I had the alopecia, and so what alopecia is, for people who don't know, is when your body rejects your hair. I've had it my entire life, but just recently, like the last 4 years, I could grow a goatee for some reason.
Yeah, I know.
Which is bizarre. I was like, liar, look at his facial hair. No way. Bullcrap. But it was weird also going to your friends who are an adult male and going like, hey, how do you, at 40 plus, going like, how do you shave? Do you do this?
Has that stopped recently? I remember the last time I saw you.
Still, I keep shaving it for shows. Sometimes I'll grow.
So all of a sudden there's just this goatee out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll put a pin in that. We'll talk about that in a second. But yeah.
Yeah, but no, you got to the point. I moved to LA to do acting and comedy. And it's actually Jeff was the one who turned me on to going to this class with Sam Christensen, where all you guys were going to class, and I joined in with everybody doing the Sam Christensen class.
Me and Marco from Die Hard.
yes. And that class, I learned about like what Joseph Campbell and Carl Jung. It's kind of an amalgamation of the two put together. And I learned about my essences that what I give off as a human being. I went, wait a second, if I worked out, I could be like the big bad guy in TV and film. Everyone's like, oh, you were like the jock in school, like, you could do, like, you're the super fit guy. I go, no. I could, like, I was the kid, like, getting picked on, like, I could maybe do a pull-up or whatever, and that was about it.
Wait, so what did you learn in Sam's class? You're saying you were in Sam's class when you were still scrawny,
yeah,
for lack of a better word?
Yeah.
And so what were you hearing from Sam's class that made you think if you got jacked up, what were you hearing?
Well, Sam's really nice because he brings me up to other students where he talks about you find out what your essences are. Like, when you walk into a room, what you give off to people if you're just quiet and just like what they're who they are. Like in the old days, what we used to do is go to like the airport and, like, for example, just hypothetically, we'd go there and like Dan would stand in the corner and I have a list of adjectives on a piece of paper. And I would walk around to strangers and go, hey, my friend Dan Harmon, we're in an acting class together.
That guy over there.
Yeah. Can you mark any adjective that you think applies to Dan just by looking at him without him saying anything? And after about 100 of these or so, you start seeing the same patterns, like some of the same words repeat over and over.
I literally did that exercise, and you think like, oh, this is horse shit. You take them home and go, why do... It's an international terminal, so a lot of these people are just like from Poland, and and it's like, why does everyone think I'm sarcastic? I was like everyone thinks I'm sarcastic.
You're standing like 50 feet away, and you're
just
standing there.
Standing there neutral.
I check off things that apply to this person, and everybody agrees.
I got sarcastic, lazy, smart. That's it. That's all I remember. I'm like, how do you know I'm lazy? I'm sarcastic.
The thing is, like, they might all be wrong about whether or not you're lazy. You might not be lazy because like you're a workaholic. You're not. I don't think of you as a lazy person, but strangers all unanimously agree. Who?
Rob makes a lot of comments about it.
I went with a guy who looked like Charles Bronson. He was like this tough dude with like a mustache, and I would go like I would say, like, people like, this is back in the days where you could walk into the terminal like before a flight, like before you had to go through security. You could be at the gate without going through security. Yeah. And so you'd say, like, see that guy over there? We're in an acting class. your flight is delayed. If you got nothing better to do, check off what you think applies to this person, and people love it because you get to
because there's not a lot of shit to do at the airport. Especially this is before 9/11 and before
Ruby
massive
Tuesday.
amount of. This is before Candy Crush. This is before.
Yeah, exactly.
This is before Words with Friends. This is before
Certainly.
people had shit to do.
And so you go, I get to pass judgment on a stranger with no consequences. It's hilarious. And so also, if you want to write things down, extra things at the bottom, do that too. And the thing is, they all said the same shit. So we got 50. Like Sam Christensen said, like, do 5 if you trust me. Do 500 if you don't. Like the thing is, it's going to be the same information no matter what. Like everyone's going to agree that.
Remember Schraub, the weekend intensive, and you're not supposed to tell anybody what's on your cards because then you do an intensive version where your fellow students are writing shit down during exercises. And Schraub is all sullen. He's mad. We were walking down the sidewalk out of the thing, and I was like, man, this is fucking great. Because I like looked at my cards and you looked at yours, and you're not supposed to talk to each other at lunch about your cards. And Rob's bummed out, and I said, "What's going on, man? You're not having a good time?" He's like, "I don't know, man." And I'm like, "What is it?" It was like someone said I look like C-3PO. I'm not C-3PO. He was like moving his I was like, "Are you doing a bit? Are you doing a bit?"
I wasn't.
I'm not. I'm not C-3PO.
I wasn't.
I only speak 5 million languages.
But okay, so Derek, so in that
hang on. So the guy I went to the airport with, this like kind of tough Charles Bronson looking dude, we got in the car, and I got teamed up with him. I didn't really want to be this guy's partner. It turned out to be the most informative thing in the world. Because we got in the car, and he's looking through the stuff, and he's going through his, everything's like, why does everybody say suspicious? I'm like, dude, you're suspect. Like, you're suspicious of them, I'm suspicious of you. And also, the same guy actually got up, and it's like, why do people keep saying I'm loud? And walked out. And watching other people reject their shit was amazing. But Rob, like, I know I had one that made me cry. Like, I was like, oh, that's fucking exactly how you say that thing. And you had one that I loved. It's Last Puppy at the Pound. Mm-hmm. Right? It's amazing. But also because you root for the last puppy at the pound. He's the cute one.
Yeah, and the last puppy at the pound manipulates people. So he's
What was your breakthrough on, Dan?
Mine was a mud monster on shore leave, which I personally find because it's like I'm from the fucking shitty slimy world, but I'm on vacation. I like clean, soft, frilly. Like I like the real world. I love it. I just don't belong in it. So I'm just like, that's fucking awesome. You're so clean. You know, that's why I love Hugh Jackman. That's why like when we worked with him, I'm like, I fucking love that guy. That's why I love fucking handsome, pretty things. I love clean, but I'm never gonna be. I'm on short leave. But I don't want to hang out. Like it's like when a LA person goes to Portland and they keep apologizing for it being overcast. It's like, motherfucker, why do you think I came here? I live in a desert. Like that's me with mud. Like I'm a mud monster on shore leave.
What was yours, Derek?
My main one?
Yeah.
My main one was I've been many places, but I've never forgotten where I've come from.
I like that.
So you started lifting weights. What was okay.
I had like a lot of what was it? I have this gentle tough guy thing working like a Swiss watch, and I had another one where it was like a superhero in search of superheroine for meaningful exchange of superpowers. And so there's a lot of comic booky type things. I'm like, wait, if I worked out,
you're
I
getting
could be
these
the big
things
bad
that
guy.
you felt like you were like Dexter in Space Ace, but you weren't Space Ace yet.
Oh my god, that's a reference.
Applause, never.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's amazing.
Don Bluth Laserdisc game.
A Space Ace reference.
When did I become the guy that's like, I made a reference? It's just when I just cast on this ice float.
Could we apply Sam Christensen knowledge on Spencer and give him an essence?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Spencer's essence is I am taking over your ship and sailing it into Cock Harbor. I am a Viking of pussy. No, I don't.
It's a fun place.
Let's see. Spencer's Essences.
This is weird, right?
That's one of them.
The thing about this class is it's amazing. Like Drew Carey, like I took it like a long time ago, and I told Drew about it, and he goes, and Drew's famous, and we're taking a road trip together, and he's like, I want to know who I am. The whole point is that like there's things that people, strangers, friends, instantly agree about you, whether they're right or wrong. They all go like if we looked at you and go like do you like to swim or do you hate getting your hair wet? They would all agree or disagree on that. But it would be unanimous. You might be an Olympic swimmer, but they might go, no, she doesn't like to get her hair wet because there's an essence about you. I'm just making off the top of my head. So it's this thing like you find out like all the things you wish people thought about you, maybe they don't. Also, some things that you wish that you like I hope people think of this. They do think that, but
the big thing is that everything that sticks out about you when you're 6 years old
is the same forever.
Well, everyone notices everything that's special about you. It doesn't have to be who you are. It's just like it's the way you stick out. It's the edges that you have.
Right.
It doesn't have to be a glamorous. It's not always like we're raised on myths like the Ugly Duckling and Rudolph and things where we get that concept that, oh, maybe the thing that you think is ugly will make you beautiful, but that still enforces the idea of utility and beauty. The more important thing to realize is that when you're on the playground, you're differently shaped than everyone around you, and your early experiences with what makes you different are usually negative experiences because the people around you,
they're the things that stick out.
They're practicing being a society, which is like water, which erodes away at rough edges. So like all of our early experiences, like hearing things about ourselves, are experiences of like crowds gathering around us and going, nanny, nanny, panty, panty. Like I just have something that's like I'm not a panty. And it only means something to us. Like it's like something that they figured out. They they zeroed in on it, and it might even just be the fact that you hate attention. Like that's for a lot of people, and it's like, and then they fucking hone in. And a lot of us who are destined for interesting things or just hard things, like that's when we have to practice being special, whether we like it or not, and they get to practice being a society, whether they like it or not.
What was amazing is in the class, there was women in my class, this young or middle-aged women that they have to find out how the world thinks of them as pretty or beautiful. And there was a couple gals that were really beautiful, and the way that the world thinks, like the way they describe their beauty, is really hard for them to hear because they've been tortured by that since they were little girls. And so, for them to own the fact that, there was I won't say her name because she's on TV and you all know her. She's won Emmys and shit. She was in the class and
Faye Dunaway.
She's a Latina. And everybody kept saying,
Amy Esperanza.
Yes, it was Amy Esperanza. People in the class secretly write down ways to describe things about people, and they kept saying hot tamale. And she's like, I'm not a hot tamale. I'm like, no, it's like Sam's like, you're a hot tamale, whether you like it or not.
They're racist, but
yeah, but she's like, I've heard that since I was a little girl. Like you're gonna hear that till you die. Like Katharine Hepburn, when she was how old was she when Philadelphia Story came out? Like 18, 19, like very young. All the reviews called her feisty. Everyone said, she's feisty, she's feisty, she's feisty. Then when she's, 70 or whatever she was on Golden Pond, crusty. When you're older,
right,
they call you crusty. What they're talking about is an essence of defiance.
Right.
When you're a defiant 18-year-old woman, you're feisty. When you're a defiant 70-year-old woman, you're crusty.
It's flavor becomes like, hey, who poisoned my food?
Yeah. But what they're talking about is like, Katharine Hepburn's essence is, she never needed men. Mm-hmm. It was a complete defiance of masculinity, and that's we have different names for that when you're young and when you're old.
Well, also one of the things he had us do in that class is he said, go home, grab your yearbooks. I don't even know if you kids do the yearbook thing anymore. It's like it's so more. It's like that was the last time anyone was ever going to say shit to you. They would write all this shit in your yearbook. Also, all your love letters, we would pass like loose leaf love letters, and I would you'd keep them all. It's like our generation, we'd have boxes of them. They said, go home, grab the notes from the girls in your high school when they started, when things were going good, when they liked you, and then go all the way through and when they have a problem with you, and look at the fact that there's just two different words for what makes you who you are.
The same thing, yeah.
And when they're hot for you, you're capricious, and when they're dumping you, you're scatterbrained.
Yeah, for me, my like all my yearbook stuff. There's different neighborhoods of things. Like there's a way to describe how you're attractive, or how you're funny, or how you're smart, or how you're lonely, or how you're weird, or how you're you're fucked up. We have these neighborhoods of these different qualities of ourselves. One of mine is, if you like me, confident, poised. If you don't like me, cocky, arrogant, like a piece of shit. They're like, and so like
this piece of shit just throw it in. Yeah, exactly. That's like the cheese on the cheese fries.
So
piece of shit could go on anything.
But
yeah, I'll take it.
For me, the one that blew my mind, Sam's like,
all right, of course.
The one that blew my mind is like, we're trying to figure out. Like Sam's like, there's a way to describe the fact. It's not enough to say, Jeff, that you're cocky, because you are cocky. But also, you're not just arrogant. Also, you're not just poised. You're not just, self-confident. Like there's a way to describe.
You also have a huge cock. Thank you.
He asked me about that
for coming to this class.
So anyway, I'm fucking Sam.
I'm going to write you a check right now for taking this class.
But so he has these books of slang, and like you go through the OED and all this stuff. You're trying to find the perfect way to word things, and he wrote it down. And he goes, Jeff, I think you're going to like this. I don't think anybody else in the world would. I think that you might actually agree with this and like this description of that neighborhood of stuff. And he wrote it down on a piece of paper and gave it to me. And I like hit his desk and started crying. I was like, exactly. And it was not conceited, just convinced. And I said, yeah, I don't think I'm better than you. I know I
am. Only a dick would think he was better than you. I just am. Let's move on. I could be a great guy.
But
like you
can laugh and you go like, oh, like, yeah, like I'm a prick, but there's a charm to that prickiness, and there's a thing like.
No, we always circle that because it's like there's some people that turn you off with their confidence because it's like, oh, that dick, and then it's like some people they go somebody strata up that they're like, oh yeah, I got nothing to worry about. So let me take you out on the dance floor and give you a twirl. Like oh yeah, I'm not battling those dragons. So let me share my wealth with you.
There was a girl in my class who is a great actor, still is, and she's amazing. And also, again, you would know who she was. She is the one that turned me on to the class. And
Gina Davis.
Huh?
Gina Davis.
Judi Dench. And there was one essence that she could never agree on, and we all in the class knew exactly what it was, and it was impossible. And she would never figure out the last one, and we'd all just say to her, "You're impossible," and that doesn't mean bad. Like impossible is amazing because like there's no pleasing you, but also like you're the most important person to try to please. Like you're just beyond pleasing. Like you're just.
She ended up marrying Tom Cruise.
Judi Dench. But there was a girl in our class, and she stormed out and she goes, "Hard to handle." She was German. She's hard to handle. Fuck this class. And walked out.
I'm not C-3PO.
Also, Rob, you have a good one that I love. It's Little Green Man.
Oh, Little Green Man.
I love that one.
Yeah. Little Green Man.
Because you are from outer space in an awesome way. And that's the C-3PO essence too. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah. It's not Boba Fett.
Dan, one of your essences that I love is unspeakable sadness. Right? It's unspeakable.
All right. Well, that was
That's why I text you. Try to help you through that sadness without speaking. No, it's uncomfortable, so I text you. And even though you don't text back, I hear you. It's okay. It's
I
okay.
wrote one of the cards from that class that somebody wrote that led to that being one of my essences, which is what you get from this class, was and this really, really it triggered me. It's weird when you hear the shit that's like, what the fuck? In the class you do monologue. Like Sam goes, tell us about an animal that changed your life.
Oh boy.
And you'll talk for 3 minutes. And the other students scribble. He gives the students an exercise. It goes, I want you to compare Dan to a weather phenomenon on your card. He just gives you specific instructions to get you out of your head. But and sometimes he goes free, anything, no category. Dan, talk about a celebrity you hate or whatever. So I talked for a while, and then I got my cards, and one of them just said, talk, wounded.
Whoa! My favorite, when I went to the airport.
No likey.
When I went to the airport, there was a bunch of, middle-aged, maybe 30s, 40s, 50s black women that were all traveling together as a family.
The worst. I thought that's where you were going.
And so, my Charles Bronson guy, you also asked, you say, also if you want to just freestyle and write shit on your own at the bottom of it, and somebody wrote, and I love this one. He goes, "That white boy crazy."
All right.
I was just standing there.
Well, I mean, yeah.
But Spencer,
that white boy crazy.
We said, Drew Carey, so we're in the car, and he's like, I want to know who I am, and he went and took the class, and he was still in the Drew Carey show was still happening.
That's crazy. Someone wrote "The Price is Right." I said he hadn't. That was his essence.
I saw Drew,
and then he went to the show, and it was like.
I went to go see a Greg Proops comedy show, and Drew was there, and he goes, "Thank you."
All right, that's a hair trigger, you.
Whoa!
Proof you.
Can I get a proof you? This is hilarious. I thought for sure he was doing a bit, but he wasn't. I saw Drew at a gig, and he goes, "Hey man, so I just got called by Les Moonves from CBS, and they're offering me to be in the new host of Price is Right." I'm like, "Are you gonna do it?" And he goes, "I guess if the money's good enough." I was like, "No, if the price is right." It's like,
if the money's good enough.
If they meet my quote, I'm like,
come on forward.
That was your one chance.
That was your one chance.
If the money's good enough.
I'm like, I looked at him like, are you fucking with me right now? So Drew went and took the class, and he then sent everybody he knew, all the people on the Drew Carey set. He paid for people to go to take this Sam Christensen's class. You must do it, even if you're not an actor. It's really great, soft knowledge stuff. It really does liberate you in terms of agreeing with the fact that the world knows who you are, whether you like it or not. And also, there's some stuff that you think you are that you're just fucking not, and it's you learn.
And there's a lot of stuff that people are always going to think you are, and fucking get over it.
Yeah,
like people think that I don't like them, and
right.
Now at this stage they're right.
Well,
but
I told Sam, we'd have back in the old days, you would talk to Sam. And he's like, Jeff, you're a really loyal guy. You're loyal to your friends. You will stick with your friends no matter what. You're a loyal person. He goes, but that's not one of your essences. No, you don't walk in a room and go, oh, this dude's true blue. He will always stick with me. You don't walk in the room looking like that. That's something that you know after meeting you, but that's not that's not an essence of yours. So get over that one. So Drew went, and what I love about Drew, one of his was, and one that really set Drew Carey free, which is amazing. And he was so happy to learn this. One of his essences is, I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. And he's like, and I'm a millionaire. And he goes, but I'm just still trying the best I can.
But it's like
Like, that's exactly who he is.
It's like you could say that. That's a phrase you can say when you want to do an impression of Drew Carey.
Yeah.
I'm doing the best I can with what I got.
But Drew, like, he was like, "Am I allowed to know that about myself?" He's like, "Look at what I have." Like I can't say that. He said, "No, it doesn't matter what you think."
All right,
It's the
Derek
fact that
Mears.
everybody
Oh,
knows.
sorry, didn't mean to.
I'm done.
Okay. See, I'm bad at this. I'm bad at
Talk,
this.
talk, talk. Wounded.
So, Derek, you're a muscle man. Are you gonna hit me like my dad? I just like that's not like a weird. When you're physically fit, like all I've ever known is as I look in the mirror and I go, all right, that's a sea otter, that's a baby. Like, and that's how I came out of the womb, and I've never done any exercise, and I'm like, still look like a baby. And then like, if I start to look like a fat baby, then I'm like, ah, man, I gotta figure something out. And then I'm like, okay, I look like a baby again. But then other people are like, and then they like look like G.I. Joe. Don't.
Black Ops.
I gotta go.
Is that your ringtone? When you have to do wet work, it's like, it's not what you think. It's not discreet. It's like, it's the whole room. You're in an opera house. It's like, "Ah," and then it's like, whoa. And the opera singer's like, oh. He's checking his phone, and you're like, hiding in plain sight. And you break everyone's neck in the opera house. Or just in your row. Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep. This is like when you're fit, when you're made of muscle, when you look good, when you're a hot piece of action. What? Like, so, like, what?
I'm so being judged by everybody right now. Like, man, I don't know. Dan's talking a little much.
What's the terror? What do you, we're all going to have to be 80 if we're lucky. What's
my go-to once my body falls apart?
Yeah, what did you, is there a day that you stop? Like, and then are you terrified of that? Like, oh shit, what, like now if I fucking skip Monday.
No, honestly, a lot of the training and whatnot is for my job. Like, my job is to tell stories. I love stories. And I told my mom when I was younger, I don't need to be rich or famous. I want to play with my friends and just make a living. And it's been amazing.
No.
But it's just like, when you get up to discipline for writing and whatnot, like you work on writing, I work on I know what sells, but also my backup plan, I also have a brain, so I create things and
okay. God, now I feel like a dick.
Oh, no, I wasn't trying to be that way.
No, because I'm just wondering, because I'm like, every day I look in the mirror, I try not to. I try as hard as I can not to. But I like look in the mirror and I'm like, okay, like an A cup, B cup, getting a B cup. Like I make these like judgments. Like we all look at our bodies and we go like, fuck. And like and then there's these people who like fucking like, what do you mean these people? I mean you. Like you have a regimen. Shrab's one of them too. Like what you guys like fucking like you're in the zone. Like you're healthy. And so then you look in the mirror and then like I'm just wondering like do you like isn't there like a dust bowl behind you? How does the human body work? I don't know. How does that work? Like, do you have to be, when you go to the gym, are there 70-year-old dudes that are like, just like,
sometimes,
like keeping it up?
A lot of is it that whole use it or lose it mentality, but also after you get past a certain age, your growth hormone stops producing as much as it used to, and so your body starts to die basically, where it starts to not being as spry and agile as I used to be. But if you just keep that, I always call that spoonful of sugar, where it's like, oh man, if I do this, I'll feel good and I can do what else I want to do during the day. And also it helps me with my job to sell what my product is being that big bad guy. I meet people left and right going, oh my God, I saw you in this or that and you're a murderer and you scared the crap out of me. When I meet you in person, you're a human being. I'm like, yeah, we all have skills. My life philosophy is like, we all have skills in different areas. No one's better than anybody else. Do what you love and try to move forward.
What age does your body die? What age is it?
We need to know.
It's usually like like from 44 things start to decline.
Okay, so I'm 43. So I can eat Pringles for breakfast for another year, and then just start working out, and then eat.
No. The philosophy for that is like my
I gotta go kill myself.
no, it's kind of like if you. Oh no. Oh.
What? Okay. Well,
I thought Dave was
okay.
joining him. That's awesome. No, like.
Oh no! What?
Rob is now, for the home audience, pretending to murder himself.
Rob killed himself with a gun loaded with stolen focus. It's something prisoners use when they're deprived of.
No, as long as you keep using your muscle, muscles in general, like with you with writing, that you're using your brain, whatever you use, it'll stay active. In my opinion, I hope.
So I'm trying to think of just the most crass way to phrase the thing. Is it like obviously if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm gonna die sooner and look worse the whole time, and I'll never, like, the longer I wait, the harder it'll be for me to start just like being healthy. And I'm just wondering, there's this other railroad track where I see you, one of my friends that I've known for decades. I'm going like, hey, and I'm just wondering, like, what does your railroad track look like? Like what are the hazards? Like what are you worried about? Like do fit people, like, is there ever a point where the tool starts using you? Is there ever, I think shamelessly, I kind of, I guess, want to hear, like, it's the worst.
There are days I don't I don't want to do it, but it's also my job. So I have to, like, if I'm not working somewhere, I got to go, okay, and clock in at the gym and train. But you have to stay up on like anything in life. Is that what you're getting at?
I'm not sure what I'm getting at. I'm trying. Part of it is like this like Midwestern thing of like the principal was always a former wrestling coach, and then he'd have this like big giant gut.
Oh, I see.
And then
what
the
you're
kids would whisper to each other and go, "Dude, that was all muscle, and muscle turns to fat if you stop using it."
So you're saying like how people identify with things. So they identify, that's who I am. I'm the guy.
No.
who's big,
I'm talking physiologically. I'm talking about like what is I'm actually talking purely physiologically, not like what we should, where our value system should be. I'm talking about actually like how does that shit work? Like if you're fucking like, if you look awesome and are like doing like putting all that work into it, is there a fucking like is there an anxiety to that sets in where it's like, oh shit, like now I look so awesome that like now I'll look like Dan Harmon if I stop tomorrow. I don't know what I'm trying to add.
If you're really muscle bound, you have to be careful. Like at some point, like that muscle can turn to fat, or can turn to that big ex-football coach belly that's really hard, like a watermelon, that kind of stuff.
Is that just something fat people say to make themselves feel better, or is that idea that like muscle turns to fat kind of thing?
It does. It doesn't. I said before, you don't use it.
Fat.
Yeah.
But you'll definitely lose it.
Spencer, do you exercise at all?
No.
Not a bit. Nothing.
No, of course not.
But you seem like since I've known you, which is now what, 3-4 years? How long?
3-4 years.
Like you maintain a certain steady physique. Like you don't like fluctuate.
I gain weight.
Yes, you can have it.
I fluctuate.
I think for me, if I ate what I wanted to, like my favorite thing in the world is like a 4 a.m. burrito. It's the greatest thing in the world. Just eat a bunch of bullshit like after you drank all night long.
But
and
he's
go home
vegetarian. He means
no. Go to Benito's Tacos and eat just a shit ass burrito. And until I turned 30, I could never gain a pound. Then one day I looked up like, oh fuck, I got a big ass belly. I look like Senator Cart Gauge from Homestar Runner. Look good. Tall and skinny with a giant belly. I'm like, this is fucking like I have to curb that shit. Here's your secret. I mean, but you won't do this because you're not vain like I am. Buy suits that you love, and if you can't fit in them, stop it. Stop doing what you're doing. Get back in the suits. Don't let them out like fucking
Right.
I buy suits that I fit into, and if I can't fit in them, then exercise and diet, get it back on
That's
track.
visualizing your goals and where you want to be. It's
Precisely,
makes
Spencer.
it concrete and more attainable that way.
Yeah. Also, as you get older, I gotta say it sounds dumb. Yoga,
Absolutely.
because you need flexibility and agility in your joints and stuff like that. Like when you do that stuff, you can spring up and down staircases like a gazelle. But otherwise, your joints are creaking like an old.
It's like a ratchet strap. If your whole life you're walking, not even working out and just doing normal activity, everything is cranked and cranked every time you engage that muscle. And if you don't undo that, everything you start getting that old person hunch and whatnot. It's not good for the body. It hurts.
damn it. Hey, what?
Oh man.
What? But this is opening my eyes to something. What's with yoga pants? Because like that seems like a recent thing, and it's like
I question it.
No, I know.
I think I support yoga pants in every possible.
When did that come about? That seems to be because I keep hearing conflicting reports.
I think Lululemon came along and made everybody wear yoga pants.
Yeah. I guess I asked my girlfriend. That's what it is. It's like money flooded into an area of fashion / exercise so this new form of pants was developed. Because I'm like, wait a minute, what? There's pants that yoga pants. They
Stretch.
They
look like stockings, like pantyhose.
Well, no, they also they make your ass look good, right?
Yeah.
But they're also comfortable.
Yeah.
So previously there was a dichotomy of things that made you look good versus things that were comfortable. But this is a thing that's comfortable that makes your
Like a
ass
perfect
look
storm.
Like why didn't they? What technology did they? What did they find out in space that led them to Houston? We found a stitch that I don't know.
Have you tried stretch jeans yet for men? No, I'm not making a joke. I swear to God. I shot this thing in Europe, and I tried these pants on. I went, oh my God, wait, these are stretch. They're like yoga pants, but I'm wearing
like
some right
jeggings?
now. No, these stretch. They're new Levi's, but they're
that's
super
why you were
flexible.
able to.
That's why I'm not killing my balls trying to kick the ceiling.
I was like, because those look like regular jeans.
They're not. They're flex. Look, they're like 4-way flex.
All right. Well,
super comfy.
Well, I don't know what else we could possibly cover. Let's do a Q&A. Who's got a question for either a lifelong cinematic stuntman / monster / goon actor in the background /
goon
thespian?
actor? A goon actor?
Yeah, I'm with you, Jeff.
Well, what? Okay, like, all right.
Dave Klein has a question. Yep.
I believe in the guy goon prince theory of masculine identity, and when you said goon, I think that everyone has a guy who's like kind of a tough guy, a goon who's kind of a fuck up like weirdo, and a prince who's like a piece of royalty, and you got all those pieces in you. He said you got a little bit of goon. What's your guy part and what's your prince part?
All right. My guy part, the macho side of background and not professionally, but fighting, like MMA and whatnot, and training martial arts for a long time. My prince part is I try to be that philosophy to be good to everybody, and also whatever people are. I go and do like horror cons and do autograph signings for different fans here and there. And what I love to do, it bumps me out on the social media. I'll see so often people aren't happy with how they look or how they feel about themselves. And I try to empower people going like, man, like, I was the different kid, man. I had no hair. I was people thought I either had cancer or I was a skinhead, growing up when it wasn't cool to be bald and white. People, oh, that guy's totally white power. Like, no, I swear to God, I'm not. But growing up being different and kind of being like a monster
It's coming back, though. It's coming back.
Yeah.
Well, just randomly. Oh, yeah, we haven't talked about that yet.
But but coming back, I mean, being an adult now, and the point I was trying to make. The point was I just trying to empower people to go, whatever it is that makes you different, step on that gas pedal. Like, no one is like you, and love yourself for who you are. And so I love like meeting some of these other guys who are like, they see some of my roles as being like super tough. Oh man, I can't wait! It's been so much fun. I love to go to bar fights and smash people in the face. I'm like, man, right now you're wearing a mask of insecurity because like you're trying to be macho. There's no reason for that. We're all human beings. Like, express how you feel and move on.
Anyways, I meant goon, like, because there's like, if there's a villain, there's goons behind them. So you're either a monster or a guy flying out a window on fire or a goon behind somebody.
Anybody have
He hasn't played Othello yet.
Anybody have a question? It could be a Spencer question. It could be a Rob question.
It doesn't have to be a Spencer question.
What happened? What's going on?
What happened to you? What did you do? What did you go through?
What?
Did you just take a huge shit? That couldn't have been a
I had to go
pee.
to the bathroom and answer some emails.
He sent some emails.
Answer some emails.
Yeah, he answered some emails.
You're in a show. This is Hollywood, California.
Q&A. All right, sir.
Got a question for Derek.
Derek.
I know that you've been talking about sense of self and essence, and you've been playing like the bad guy. But do you ever like have the not ego part of you, but just you really want that leading role kind of deal, where you not Jason, where you're all masked?
Yeah.
Where you
I should
show yourself.
I should repeat that, and then the next time I'll do. He said, "Do you ever crave playing the lead role?" There you go. Probably missed some of the nuance.
No, I've been lucky. I've done like 85 different like film and TV projects, but my mentality is like bouncing back between my normal face and doing monsters. People sometimes, a tangent of your question, are like, does that bother you? Because some of you are like when you play like Predator or whatnot, that you look, we can't tell that it's you.
Oh shit, he was classic Predator in Predators. He wasn't one of those bullshit Predators.
He was like old school Predator. He's like, hey, little boy, want some candy?
Want some candy?
Want some candy, boy?
But to answer your question, as an artist, any other artist, like you want to like always outdo yourself and do better and better. And when I get asked that question, does it bother you when your face is covered up for some of your like bigger roles? I'm not bothered by that at all, because my job is to tell a story and to service that story. And don't remember me, remember the characters.
When you watch that, sorry.
Thanks, Dave.
When you watch Hansel and Gretel,
Yeah.
which by the way, it's like B plus, like that Hansel and Gretel movie. Like, have you seen it?
It's a real goon movie.
That's gonna bounce off of me because I'm picked on too. When you watch that movie, are you like, do you have PTSD or are you?
Funny that you bring this up, because a fan just
Because I do.
Yes. No, because when I was on, a fan just sent me a thing because AMC just played it for the first time, and they showed like some of the interviews like behind the scenes, and they had a whole segment about me talking about the Edward character, and I'm watching it. Because my arm, like I said, I got between my 5 and 6, I had a herniated disc, and my whole arm atrophied, and it took about a year to heal. And I'm going to like this German doctors, and like they're giving me like multiple spinal injections.
Because you're shooting
throughout the week.
overseas, and you're like, oh my god, my fucking body
I can't move. Yeah.
And then you're at the mercy of what might be the better medicine or worse medicine you don't know.
Yeah. It was weird. Like, also, the doctor's name translated to like Dr. Creepy or Dr. Sneaky. And I was in tears going like, are you kidding me? But also like they lay you down. I'm getting the injection like this is like, kind of like Dr. Frankenstein land. Everybody's talking in German, so you're that little bit of like Germans and experiments. And so I'm like laying there and I
let it go, man.
like some like no, can you take off this part of your clothes? And there's like a hot nurse there, also a blonde, German again. But they would go like, so Derek, what and
your body it is.
Yeah, okay, here it comes. And like he would say weird things. I had no idea what the fuck he was saying.
Oh my God.
And then like, and then he was like, 1, 2, 3. You're like, Christ, the fuck. Yeah, it was. Yeah, but anyway, to answer your question, yeah, PTSD. Like I'm watching.
So when
it
you watch
and
that
start
movie,
cracking my neck, I'm like,
you're not like Jeremy Renner's hot. You're like you're like holy shit. Like you actually like remember like fucking pain.
Oh, yeah.
Like when you're watching there must be. I can't believe that fucking character is not CG, which is must be the worst part. Is that it's like that means that it could have been.
Well, the thing.
Are there moments when the character is like emoting and like doing a thing, and you're like, that was 50 takes? Like, are there?
Yeah, absolutely. It's tough because also as an actor, you have like what you want to do for the scene. You've made the characters, and Spectral Motion, who made this incredible piece of machinery. I feel like a jet fighter pilot where I fly this amazing thing. You have to pre-think what's going on and communicate. Going, this is what's going on in the scene. This is my arc in the scene. Here's the emotion. This is what's happening. And you had to map out because I couldn't control my hands and I couldn't control my mouth because you saw the mouth. But you can't walk around with the character, the mouth open the whole time, so they close it. And so as you're just sitting there and literally cooking, you're breathing your own carbon dioxide, so you're not getting fresh air to fuel your muscles in your brain. And there are times where I'm just like
half conscious.
Yeah. Like I would like just like lay on the ground and like Renner would come over like, hey man, do you need some water or something? And I'm like, no, it's cool. All right, and it just like everyone had that pity look. They're shaking their head.
Water or something? Hey man, it's me, Jeremy Renner. You need some water?
Oh God!
Oh man,
I hate this dick.
Let's get some water over here. Man,
it's such
this goon, man, he's all gooned
I hate it when Jeremy Renner does his
water,
weird
man.
Barrio accent.
Oh man. Get this man some water because he's all melting. He's breathing his own carbon
It's because
dioxide.
Jeremy Renner auditioned for that part and got the part of Hansel and was offended.
Breathing
He's
his
like,
own-
what? I can't operate the whole thing?
Looking through your own mouth. Breathing your own carbon dioxide. Oh, it's me, Jeremy Renner. Do you need some water, man? Breathing on your own carbon dioxide, looking through your own mouth with your disc herniating. All the herniating disc is hurting.
Can we do a quick commercial for Jeremy Renner's new Mexican restaurant?
Hey, I'm Jeremy Renner. Come on down to Jeremy Renner's Taco Hut, man. We got Derek Mears here, star of Hansel and Gretel. He played that goblin thing. He's breathing out of his own oxygen. We got plenty. We got so much water here, man. We got fajitas. We got some gluten-free options for you people, and everybody gets a free tablecloth, and so come on down with the kids. Meet the troll man from Hansel and Gretel. That wasn't CG. It was a man in a costume. And just tell him Jeremy Renner sent you. You get a free pitcher of water. And you can breathe, look through your own mouth.
That's Harmontown, everybody. Thank you.
Restaurant.
It's here for Rob Schraub. Spencer Crittenden. I'm Jeff Davis.
Terrible restaurant.
Again, let's hear for Jordy White making all of our music. Derek Mears, everybody. And your mayor, Dan Harmon. Thank you so much. Drive fast, take chances. Also, Jeremy Renner, everybody. Jeremy Renner.
Hi, it's Dan Harmon. If you're like me, you're a big fan of Harmontown, the podcast, and you wish that you didn't have to wait so long for it to drop after we record it. But here's the thing. Jeff Spencer, take it.
You do not have to wait. You can not only hear it right after it happens, you can watch it too in delicious, deluxe, high-definition multicam on your browser or your mobile phone.
We do edit some stuff out sometimes. Like, I'll say something so incredibly racist that we will catch it right before it drops as a podcast.
But you get to watch Dan right before the sedition hearing when he talks shit about Trump again.
Right.
Sometimes we have really famous guests, but we just cut it out of the podcast entirely.
Because it turns out they're pedophiles.
Sometimes Spencer's never wearing a shirt.
Most of the time. We put that in post.
Not to mention all the times you always hear people laughing at something that doesn't sound funny because someone is making a funny face or wearing a funny shirt.
Yeah, for $5 you get to watch all that stuff. You can see the weirdos sitting down, like getting nervous on camera. There's like one camera that's just right up someone's nose, and they're always picking their nose and stuff like that. That's good.
As if that wasn't enough, here's some political incentive. We will match your new subscription to the Harmontown live feed up until April 15th. The day of the big tax march, we'll match it with a donation to the ACLU,
which stands for a clue, which is what you should get.
And I know that's triggering your thought of going, doesn't the ACLU now have $800 million? Because, but here's the thing, ACLU money is like toilet paper money. It never expires.
But if political encouragement weren't enough, some apolitical encouragement is if you sign up, you get access to a year and a half of our back catalog of video episodes, including the tour in Australia and Harmon Country, as well as audio downloads on the night of the record, on just minutes after it airs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, how many times have you been listening to Harmontown for free after Wednesday and thought, I would really want to know what that guy looks like or what she looks like, or I want to see exactly how uncomfortable the audience is when Adam Goldberg is on stage. Mm-hmm. Now, for $5 a month, you get to see it as well as hear it. You can almost taste the Harmontown. Go to harmontown.com/live for your subscription to watch us as well as hear us. It really, really is a taste treat. Dan gave me little eyebrows.
I was like, holy shit, that guy just hit the bullseye. It really is a taste treat.